Okay, good morning, everyone. It's a new week, so we'll this week, we have to start a new lesson called the uses of financial documents. This uses of financial documents mean this lesson mainly is the last financial management lesson for the term. After that, we have revision week. That means we are this is the 26th of October. You know, after 2 weeks, you have an examination that is coming on the 9th to 13th of October. So November. So mainly, this is the final lesson of the term. It's the use of financial documents and everything. After this session, yeah, I'm tracking continuous revision and past papers. And then after that, after the lesson, then we are going to do the normal. Like we are starting the next lessons of production management topics. We are going to start operation management topics. We can start. So mainly, I'm going to revise uh, this lesson. This is mainly we are talking about the financial document in this after this week, and next week onward I'm starting revision from the year 10, that is starting with the marketing management as well as the financial management topics I'm going to start. Mainly, this is very highly theoretical, what you call it, like essay type questions are there in this lesson, calculation and everything. If you recap our other previous lesson, the ratio analysis lesson, you learned six ratios, profitability, two profitability ratios, two liquidity ratios, uh, and another two important ratios we talk about. Two performance ratios also we talk about. Mainly profitability ratios are gross profit margin and the operating profit margin. We calculated that, and you know how to calculate gross profit margin equal gross profit over revenue into 100, and then operating profit margin equal operating profit into divided by revenue into 100. And liquidity profit, we talk about liquidity ratio, which is using analyzing the statement of financial position of the organization. By using that, we can calculate the liquidity level of the organization. We talk about the current ratio, current assets over current liabilities. Current ratio, normally we know the best level of the current ratio should be 2:1. That means two current assets per one current liability. And we talk about the minimum margin should be 1.5, at least 1.5 current assets to one current liability. So the best range actually 1.5 to 2. So that's a main important area. If you some organization, if you go below the 1.5 thing, we call that normally that organization is a have some liquidity problem they are facing, and they should improve the liquidity. Or sometimes some organization have current ratio more than 2. Sometimes you can say 2, 3.3 is to 1, 4 is to 1, 5 is to 1, like that. So that organizations also we identify that also too much of liquid they are holding. That means the assets, current assets, they are not productively utilized in that business. That also uh, a bad sign, a bad management of the current assets. So that's also not good. That's why we normally in a business we normally have some kind of a benchmark, some agreement that every organization should maintain their current ratio in the range of 1.5 to 2. That's the best range. That's why I told you that, guys. Mainly, I told you that's like our average of our no our health levels also. No? We have a glucose level, uh, blood sugar level, no cholesterol level, everything. We have a range, so we have to maintain always that particular range always. No, your same thing. Your marks also same. I'm always telling, maintain your marks in the average. No, average mean why 65 to 95. That's the best average. No, 960. That is like a above A star. That is the main thing. So if you maintain that level, yeah, okay, perfect, right? If you go below 65, that is a little bit risky. Why? You have like a chance of getting, like low marks mean it's risky for you. So above 95 was the best performance, not 100% excellent. No? But that case, because 100 out of 100 is not a bad thing. But business organization, if you go above, like, above 2 means that means holding too much of current asset unproductively without proper utilizing, that is bad for the organization. So that talk about the first liquidity ratio, current ratio. And the second liquidity ratio we talk about the last week is actually a quick ratio or acid test ratio. An acid test ratio we calculated by using the same current ratio formula by but deducted inventory from the current assets, and then the current assets become more acid or more liquid. So as a result of that, the remaining current assets are now the cash in hand, cash in bank, trade receivables, and prepayments, everything. So inventory part we remove. That's why the current asset become too liquid then, and then current assets minus inventory over current liability. We told you the best range of this formula should be 0.75 to 1. 1 is to 1 is a benchmark, 1 is to 1, 1 quick asset to 1 current liability. That's the best, but 0.75 is like a minimum margin must have. So we talk about these things on last week, and we talk about some organizations are there. If you have a slow moving item like car sale, uh, cash flow is not that much a problem for them, because having holding cash is really important for an organization like a supermarket, because they always have to deal with the customers and they can cater in their services, but not like a like organization like car sale or something, because items are moving slow, slow moving item. And finally, we talk about another important two ratios, uh, ROCE, return on capital employed. Talk about the operating profit over capital employed into 100. So we talk about that's the only the ratio that we find out. The investment ratio kind of a, we talk about both income statement and SOFE both in order to calculate that net profit figure, operating profit figure over capital employed figure, the equity part into 100. So we talk about that about 10%. If you have that thing, it's good, because bankers normally give very low return for their investors, but deposits. But business, by doing a business, by taking a risk, if you can earn more than 10% means you are good. So these things we talk about last week. And also finally we talk about one important ratio called markup ratio. Markup ratio we calculate by cost, profit per item over cost per item into 100. So markup we talk about like that. So markup always we talk about like that also. We can see different industries have different markups. I told you when organization we have like a high, fast moving consumer goods selling business organization, something like groceries and pharmacies and supermarkets and everything. They have a small margin. Markup ratio is like a small. Why their quantity is big, large quantity, small margin. That is their marketing strategy. So therefore, their prices and everything, their markup wise very small margin they have by selling one pen, by selling one biscuit packet, by selling one ice cream. You can't have like a big margin. Only it's like a 10%, 5% like that margin they are giving, right? So, but if you are selling a slow moving item like a vehicle, so your margin is very high. Like from one vehicle, you can see sometimes one lakh, 1 million, half a lakh, like sometimes 5 lakhs, like that, half a million. So there are big margins you have by selling big items, like one selling one apartment, huge margin you can have on that unit, profit per unit over cost per unit into 100, because the items are expensive, items are pretty slowly moving, and then items are valuable. They are using for special items. You can see special categorized items. Sometimes you can see the video camera, and then a computer, or let's say like a house, motor, automobiles, everything is coming under like a slow moving category. So you can see that their margins are very high. You start selling that kind of business, you can see you can earn high margin. You can keep like 40%, 60% margin you are keeping by selling these things. That's the nature of that thing. So that's all about. We talk about the last week lesson. So now, so far we talk about so much of lesson. Cash flow we finish, break even we finish, and then income statement, SOFP, and then cost profit analysis we did. Sources of finance we did, internal sources, external sources. So this term from the beginning you can see, like from entire October, we talk about everything about the financial management. So this is the final chapter of the financial management lesson, then called use of financial documents. What is the usefulness of this document? Who are the stakeholders of this financial documents, financial information? Who are the users? Why we need accounting? What are the who are the users of this financial? There are chartered accountants, there are management accountants, there are, the accounting is a highly I call demanding a job in the world. So much of people are working as accountants, finance managers of accountants, chief financial controllers, financial directors. So these things are really important. They are the one who make the company profitable. They are the one who make the decisions about the like a treasury of the organization. Really important to manage them. So we have to find out who are the main users of these financial documents. So you can see this lesson. Mainly we are talking about my today's lesson. I'm going to teach you regarding mainly understand how the users of financial document to assess the performance of the business, and understand how use of financial document to inform decision making. These things we are going to talk today. Uh, how they are going to use these documents to assess the performance of the business, and then understand how to use the financial document to inform the decision making. So these two aspects of this thing. So mainly probably from this chapter you can see 6 markers, even explain questions, analyze questions, outline questions, mainly even 12 mark questions you can expect, like mainly what are the mainly uses of the financial statements. Sometimes you can ask explain one use of financial documents, something like that. Okay, let's start. One reason why business produce a financial document is because they provide useful information to help to assess the business performance. That's why. So documents can be also used to help make decisions. That's why always our decision should be based on some document, some evidence. We can't make just to make the decisions based on our just what do you call our gut feeling. Sometimes people make the decision based on that without searching in document by using their sensors they are using. For example, now that lockdown situations are happening, like a few things happening. People have some feeling, okay, my place also tomorrow it can be happen, so then I should go and collect the stuff. My organization, so I should. These things actually not based on document. It's called like a feeling that you are getting these things. You are actually feeling those things, emotion based on emotions. But you're taking this mainly. Some items are there. Some kind of decisions are there. You taking this decision based on the common sense. But especially in a business organization, common sense is not enough. Common sense is important, but just common sense is not enough. You have to have a scientific method of decision making. So in order to make a scientific decisions, you must have scientific document, scientific these evidences. So this we call financial document is like this. Financial document is a main document that we can analyze about a decision. That's why, for example, nowadays doctors, right? I know might be Bhuvaneshwar might be know about this. The doctors and everyone. So always because I know there are a lot of I think some of your parents are doctors, right? So they are making their decisions. For example, always they are asking, take this test, bring this test report. Then only I can give you a opinion. This is really important. Organizations like now, like especially some medicine, doctors, hospitals and everything, they always asking these reports, documents. Based on that only, they then thinking, for example, okay, I should prescribe this medicine. Nowadays, if you go to hospital, they first of all they are doing is what they are doing. They are doing PCR test. If you have some small fever or mild fever, always they are doing, okay, take the PCR test and come. Here we have, okay, private sector. I think it's cost about 12,000. Okay, bring this test results and come. And if it's positive, then directly you can direct to the quarantine process. So other than that, if you are a normal patient, then they will give you normal medication. So that is how doctors making decisions right now based on the reports. Like the business also, what is our main report is our financial document that we prepare, mainly our statement of comprehensive income and statement of financial position. So these are the main documents that we are making our decisions. However, different stakeholder groups may look at different documents for different reasons. For example, like bankers may look at accounts when deciding whether or not to lend a business some money. You say if you're asking from the bank manager, lend us some money, give me a personal loan. Banker will think you go through your assets. We go through your liabilities, current liabilities of the SOFP. Then might be they asking, okay, how much you have the revenue right now? You're struggling, right? So if I give this loan, how can you prepay? These things they are mainly probably they are checking. So even though the interest rate is really low, but it's really hard to take a loan these days on the bank because of these things. A lot of people they reject their applications because they don't have a good financial documents right now. A lot of companies are facing challenges. They're asking bank loan to get like over from those problems. So mainly that's the main thing. That's bankers, but they're not like to actually giving loan in order like a well, because they know if they give some that person or business millions of money, the person will be not able to pay it situation, he will be like become like a credit to another credit. Because these days people are asking money, why? Asking loan to pay another loan, loan to loan. So it will be this will be very bad for the organization, bad for the business, bad for the bank also. That's why very risky to lend some person these days because definitely they know the income is very low. If you today I think the might know today onwards the PETA close. Enter PETA market close. PETA market is like a Sri Lankan like a main like a economic center of Sri Lanka which distribute all the goods to all over the country. So now PETA close means and then you can see the so much of areas lost now businesses a lot of business can't operate right some areas I think uh, sometimes you might there might be places ne, for people from Borrell and all you can't go out these days ne? These places are locked down curfew area see like places like Borrell and things places like Colombo I think uh, near Colombo called Blue Mandal and then all that places. There are some certain places, Colombo and Ellavatta and all that places, they are still starting because we found some people in those places. That's why the government and everyone always they are trying to analyze analyze information always, scientific decision making always, right? That's why the documents are really important. Everyone, government parties also need documents. Bankers need documents, right? Everything you can see. Universities, when you're applying for universities, they also need documents to make decisions whether to enroll you, right? That we call university application process. University application also you need to have documents. What are documents they expected? Probably your exam documents or IGCSE results, A-level results, yeah. And yeah, school teachers' recommendation sometimes. Sometimes extracurricular activities, the participation of the sports and the extracurricular activities. But events, all this year you can see sir, no school at all. For example, from the beginning, yeah, extracurricular involvement is zero. And most of the students, their career, sometimes you are playing basketball or cricket or whatever sports, now you don't have any games, matches to play. I know, a lot of people, they don't have events to participate, ne? No certificates. There's a loss, especially not like you have some time, like you're still year 11. But think about year 12 and 13s. So current year 13s, they don't have anything to do in the extracurricular activities. So that will be impacted their university admission in future. And some of them, the university admissions, they are taken based on the predicted grade. They don't have to have like a proper test this time because of this thing. So these documents are very important for your life, right? Yeah, everything from birth certificate to everything. So that's why this documentation is really important to make decisions about about your life, about your business, and everything. That's why documents are really important matter. This academic thing always we are involved in the documentation, writing reports, and everything. As your report card, na? Midterm report. Have you got the midterm report? Anyone? Bhuvaneshka? Kaushal? Anyone got the midterm reports now?
Yeah, I haven't checked, sir.
I
So
don't
I
think
got
Yeah, check your email. I think school email to your email. They are not posting this time. They're emailing. Check your emails. May it be your parents' emails. I think they have already sent the midterms, and then reports are there. That's why this time also that's why documentation, everything, your attendance, everything we have document. Daily basis, I'm taking attendance. So and we are recording those things. So that's why documentation is really important. We'll see financial side of the document. Mainly talking here the financial part of the documents, how this will be useful for an organization. So you can see this case study, JAR building, OJA building supply is a producer building material for the construction industry. The construction industry, the industry wise, this is a slow moving item because it's not like a supermarket. It will take long time to make a building, like at least apartment. You can see at least 3 years it will take to build a 20-story apartment. It will take like sometimes 4 years. So it invests a lot of money and you have to wait a little bit of time until it finish. But from the customers, you can ask money from the advances and everything. So people can book. For example, if I want to buy, let's say, 15th floor or 20th floor, then you can make advances and everything in each stage and the piling, and you can. It will take some time. So if you are a supplier, company begin looking new supply of the calcium silicate, an important raw material, a suitable supply was found but the supplier would not supply goods on credit. They have conditions say I can't supply my goods on credit for you until you had to look at the company accounts. That's why sometimes this why if you are a very reputed one organization they might give you, but if you are a new person into the organization, a new contractor, supplier is not giving you anything on credit. That's not the situation. Always organize every organization like that. If you are a new kid in the town, right? They are not giving you. They are not believing you because they don't have any documentation, right? That's why, for example, I also remember one day, like long time ago, uh, I also like applied for a bank loan from commercial bank, but commercial bank manager told me I just opened the account, and then bank manager told me, Mr. Malin, so we don't have any history about you, so we can't give you a loan. You have to open this account. After just stop opening account, we'll maintain. We'll do some transaction like please operate the account for like 6 months. We'll see. After you can apply because that's the thing. Sometimes they should share some kind of history, like a historical thing, how long the relationship. Then only they will familiar. This person is a good. This income like this, deposit like this. Okay, monthly this much of deposits coming, monthly spending like this. Then bank management can take a decision because they have some history. You got it? Like that, every organization, when you're asking like a credit or loan or anything, they will check your history. So now bankers, they have the document called Credit Information Bureau. If you're asking a loan from any bank, they will check your credit history, just simply your NIC number, and then on the system they can find out how much you have the current loans and your assets, your bank loans and bank current accounts and deposits account, everything, credit cards, everything, your history will be appear. So they will give you a report, and the report is like a good. Then bankers can decide, okay, this person is a financially strong character, is recommended to give a loan. But if what happens, the person is blacklisted, if they actually fail to pay some loan, fail to pay a leasing or something, and then the bankers, they'll never give you a loan for those kind of situations, blacklist. So what happens in this case, the supplier, then after that you provide the information that you have, building supply, uh, and then show some of the financial information of the business between 2012 and 15. 12, 13, 14, 15. You can see the 4 years financial figures are there, especially working capital, current asset and current liabilities. By looking at this, you can see they have inventories, total current asset 219, 220, 33, 207, 187. Current asset going down. Okay, trade receivables also going down. Cash position also going down. You can see this situation was bad by 12,800, 13,000, 4,300. 2015 was bad year. Current liabilities also you can see the current trade payable 132, 143, 165. Payables increasing. Other creditors also increasing and total liabilities also increasing. So by general looking at this, you can see their current liabilities are greater than current assets. Liabilities are greater than asset means this company is not financially strong. If I am a supplier, I'm definitely not giving on credit because I feel some risky about this company. I feel this company will not pay me. Right? This is the decision making. We'll see, but we have to make a like a collaborative decision. So and look at the other case study. Park Farm Food, small right chicken meat company in South Africa. Marcus and Seal on the company, which supplies restaurant and retailers. However, owing to increased competition from cheap imports, profit has fallen in recent years. He has decided that the farm does not make a profit of South African rand 500,000, and he retired from the farming. And then table 32.2 shows the statement of comprehensive income 15 and 16. So you can see the uh, revenue part of the organization 4.7 million, 4.5 million. Revenue decrease. Cost of sale similar. Gross profit 1.5 to 1.4 decrease. Admin expenses are similar. Operating profit decrease. About 1 lakh, 544, 451. Finance cost is there, and then profit for the year you can see 344 to 201. So that's decreased by around 1.5 lakhs. Okay, now look at the answers. Which stakeholder is interested in the financial information in table previous table and this table. What conclusion might be stakeholder in the question of one draw from the information? This kind of a thing. We have to find this kind of practical situation. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Correct, Suha. Yeah. OJA's 2012 and 13, 14, the assets are more than the liabilities. Yeah. Previous question. Yes, true.
So why won't you
Yeah.
find it?
Uh, yeah, I'm talking 2015. 15 situation bad. Recent situation, eh? Recent situation bad. Yeah, true. Yeah, supply is a stakeholder. Yes, Dilo, supply is a stakeholder. And Suhas point also good point. 2012, 13, 14, assets are more than liabilities. Yes. 12, 13, 14 is good, but current year was bad. That's what we are talking, dealing with the current year, 2016, right? So we'll see what are the, they are asking what, yeah, this is very good decision making because, yeah, I know a lot of people analyze in different ways. So we have to find out how they actually being like important now how to make decisions and everything. What will Marcus and Seal use financial companies with income, profit for their decrease, and obtain the accounts of two large companies? And okay, let's see. So we'll analyze this situation. You can see what happened in Oja and what happened in the other company. So I'm sharing with you right now the Excel, the marking scheme. You can see for this question. So you can find out. So case study OJA, which stakeholder interest in the financial documents in table 32.1. The information 32 point shows the current assets and current liabilities of OJA building suppliers. The supplier will use the information to decide whether to give the company trade credit. If business is not financially secure, it would be risky selling goods on trade credit. Yes, that's true. If it's real risky, it's not good to sell on credit. What conclusion might the stakeholder in question of one draw from the financial statements? So as I told you, if I'm a supplier, my conclusion is not good to supply them. The information table 32.1 show that the working capital portion of the OJA building supply is worsening over the time. Every year the working capital in net assets, no, the current asset minus current liability is actually bad. But current assets fall between 2012 and 15 while the current liabilities rise. Indeed, in 2015, the working capital is negative because current assets are less than the current liabilities. They mentioned that in 2015 was bad. This suggests that the company will struggle to pay its immediate bills. As a result, what will happen? The repercussion, like impact of this situation, they cannot pay the immediate bills. As a result, the supply is not likely to grant the OJA or building supplies trade credit because they might not get paid. That's the situation here, guys. So if I'm a supplier, I'm not producing these documents, producing this, selling them in credit. So, but the problem here in Sri Lanka, a lot of business organization, the internal this one, especially assets and everything, they are not revealing the accounts and everything. If I'm a supplier, they will ask and come, okay, can I I'm constructing a building, can I have like a cements and everything, this much of cement bags and everything on credit? Then how can I believe them? If I ask them, okay, can I have your financial statement for the last 3 years? What happened is company just startup company. If they don't have anything, then anyway, the best item is don't give them on credit. Because if business just startup company, right, a lot of companies, they don't give on credit terms. Right, that's why sometimes they don't prepare the account. That's the thing. That's why organization, if you have sole trader or a partnership, if you're not preparing these documents, then you can't actually satisfy these stakeholders. Sometimes even if you are running a business for like 5 years, what happens if you don't have this financial document? Then how can you satisfy these stakeholders? How can you show this, especially bankers? So not only bankers, sometimes even suppliers also asking, right? People who educated suppliers. But most of the time in Sri Lanka and everything, our people are not that much educated, so they don't know how to analyze this thing. They don't know even what is current asset, current liabilities, because a lot of people, they don't have accounting background. But when dealing with the company, I'm talking about the large business level, right? If a large business organization, when you're dealing with another company, you have a right to ask to show income, not income statement, at least balance sheet, right? Because sometimes a lot of people are reluctant to give their income statement because they reveal revenue and profit. If you are loss situation, that's bad. So they will reluctant. They will not give that information for you, but they will give you their SOFP, financial person they might give you. But the other thing is, if the financial documents are fake or manipulated, whatever they purposely put like high current assets, stocks and everything, and then reducing the liabilities purposely, then how can you believe in on those things? That's why the bankers normally asking audited financial statement. Auditor is in there. Auditor is a person who check these values and make an opinion, audit opinion and giving a certificate that accounts are true and fair according to his view. It's an independent professional body. That's why you find some organizations, like especially banks, they're asking if you are a business organization, provide the audited financial statement for that year. Right? If you have audited financial statement, only they are giving. That's why. So organization, that's why always the document should be certified by a professional. For example, if it's a housing loan, so same thing. If you are taking asking for a housing loan, they are asking, okay, provide us the plan of your house. Plan should be drafted by a qualified architecture, and the permission of the government should be there. The municipal council should be given the permission for the plan. Okay, we are recommending, we are giving the approval to construct this building. Otherwise, there are illegal buildings also there. Sometimes in some areas are there, you can't actually build more than 5 walls, 5 stories, because there are, you can see like some airlines and everything. You can see them. These things are there. Some communication, some problems are there. Therefore, some areas are there. Some particular things are there. Some highway project going on. Therefore, the government not allowing any construction in that area. So these things are there. Like always, that's why bank is asking, okay, give us a certified document, plan certified from the government, right? This financial statement certified by the auditor. If you have the certified documents, then no problem. They will give you the relevant info. If they have a relevant information, they can grant you because they know everything. He has a valid building, approved building, and this construction is okay because it's a illegal building. It's going to prepare, and this documents also is approved by an auditor, financial. No? For example, I am an auditor. I am a professionally qualified auditor, so I can attest, for example, in my capacity for my, because I qualified in my accounting experience, like the Association of Accounting Technician and Chartered Accountants. So I can sign for some companies and the sole trader organizations and partnerships. So those financial statement I can sign. I have a seal, so I can attest and I can say, okay, these accounts are true and valid. You must have a professional qualification like this. That's right. You must get that service from a professional, right? So in my case, because I did chartered accountancy and all other professional courses along with my degree, so I'm qualified with that. But I decided to be a teacher because I'm good at teaching. So basically, but still, so those accountants' main job is some organization they're preparing and they're providing, giving to auditors and everything. Please assess this and sign this and give it to us. Check this account and everything. So those things. I can start audit firm if I want. Audit firm is important. So audit firm, I have to check this account and I have to prepare this accounting because report, audit report we have to prepare. I have to give them a good like auditor report. Then only the bankers, everyone accepting this financial document. Okay, the conclusion is bad. So based on the previous figures, OJA's company I'm talking, mainly it was bad because their net asset, the current asset situation was going down, deteriorating over the time. In 2015, it was a negative. This very negative situation. The negative means that bad. Okay, and third question they're asking, how will Marcus and Sil, that SOCI, comprehensive income statement was giving, that was we can find out it was going down. The profitability, revenue, everything gone down. To make important decision, Marcus and Sil is going to use statement of comprehensive income from 2016 to make an important decision regarding his future. He has decided that if if the farm does not make a profit of 500,000 in 2016, he will retire from farming. That's the thing. He's thinking, if I can earn like at least 500,000, 5 lakhs, it's no point of doing the business. I will stop this business. Unfortunately, the statement showed the farm profit for 2016 only 211,000, not even 2.5 lakhs, not even half. Right, only 211,000. This is even lower than what we expect, lower than the previous year. We were previous year have a 344,000. Now, actually more than 1 lakh down. So it's a huge disappointment for the owners. Therefore, presumably, Marcus will retire from the business. That will happen, right? Performance-wise, that's an organization. You have some kind of things like that. If you can't earn that much, the best thing sometimes to retire or take a break. Sometimes this business might be sometimes might be hit by a competition, or sometimes hit by something like a market situation like COVID-19 or something. If it's that kind of situation, no need to retire like this. But if it is hit by something, you have to find out why demand decrease. Why this is like a, I think the essential good, the food item, chicken, right? So why this item, this meat shop, farm shop, demand decrease? Is that because of the competition? Is that because of the competition? You have to find out, okay, they have some problem in the business strategy, marketing strategy. If there's a huge competition is there, you can develop a new marketing strategy to give a good competition to others. Then only you might get some influence, the pressure from the industry. Okay, you have to do something new in order to catch the market. Like, okay, so this kind of practical question can be there uh, sometimes questions can become in IGCSE also, and real world also. Financial information are really important. Okay, now we are moving on to the other part, the using financial documents to assess the performance of a business. So we'll see who are the main stakeholders, internal and external, and why they actually looking at the financial statements. First of all, we're talking about, you can see there are different stakeholders, managers and employees. Both of them are internal stakeholder. There are three internal people: owner, manager, employee. So managers and employees mean, we can see in this case one party, because manager is also another employee. No, right? Manager also individual who actually get a salary from the organization. Employees mean another general workers, not the executive level, below them. Okay? So managers and employees both actually have on payroll of the company. So managers will want to assess the performance of the company because they are the decision makers, like executive people. The profit made by the business will be reflection of their own performance. For example, if the company does well, they may be in a position to ask the owners for the higher rewards. Managers might also make comparisons with the competitors to see how their performance compare with that of the rivals. Comparisons are doing. Ne? You also doing comparisons, how my performance, how others' performance. Ne? So, a lot of students, they want to know others mark, how much, what is the highest marks, so what is the lowest. This comparison is there. Comparison, because even I remember in my times, even when I'm doing my all levels, A levels, we also have like that. I'm also very keen on looking at, because it's important in a competition, because we must always know awareness. The information is really important. What is my position? What is my position in the class? What is my average? What is my am I the like what is the section best? So always I want to know that this kind of thing in the section of who is the highest for accounting, who is the highest for economics. In my advanced I remember, because always I'm the highest most of the time. So I want to know who is the other person, because we know all of them. We know, like, we have a nice time in those days in advanced university times also. You always have a that's the thing, that's the spirit. Then only actually you have a competition, only you improve. If they don't have a competition, you can't improve. They will think, there is no competition, even though I got a even 60, 60, 50 also is no problem. But if you have a competition only, you will thinking, okay, I should work hard and I should be then I automatically whatever, because of the competition only, you can see everyone can get a high qualification, higher results at the end. Competition is really important because of that. Everything when the business world, competition is also really important. That's right. So managers will want to need the performance of their decision making and everything, to comparisons and everything have to do. And also employees might need this financial statement to find out the wage negotiation, because especially they are caring about their job security and salary increments. So information about the profit and prospects of the business could be used to decide whether it can afford to meet the wage claim. For example, this time, no one actually go and ask the salary increment because they know companies are, a lot of companies these days are having troubles with the income. So at least they are paying salaries. A lot of people thinking like that, not the increment, not the bonus. They don't care about those things because they know whole industry, the whole country in a situation, the whole world actually struggling right now in a very sad situation for the business organization also. At least better to have the like a basic salary, you know, because some people are there, they are not getting the 100% salary these days. Pay cuts are there happening, especially airline industries. Some employees are there, they job they cut down. I have one of my friend, one of my colleague, school times. He work in Qatar Airways. Now his contract was suspended. He actually now in Sri Lanka because they can't pay him. He's working in the catering section department of this. A very good chef, and then now he's in Sri Lanka. His job, he lose the job. So this kind of situation are there. So a lot of organizations these days they actually thinking about the mainly actually now in order to go through the financial statements. Obviously, you can see when the demand is there is no demand and there is no income, and then no income means how can they pay the overheads and everything. So I talked yesterday, last week I showed you Aitken's financial statement. They have only earned 488,000 for the last 3 months, and their staff salaries are there monthly. We have to pay 10 million staff salaries. 100 lakhs they need to maintain the hotel staff. So from 4 lakhs, how can they manage 100 lakhs? So, but they paid from their retained earnings. These kind of difficulties are there. So this is the situation, guys. Now managers and employees they are really keen on the financial documents. Sometimes it's available online. Some special like a PLCs like John Keels and Nate Spence. I showed you like last week how to access those things. If it's a listed company, PLC, and everything visible, everything accessible. But private companies, you cannot access to information, but managers can access still. So they will keen on the information about this thing. Very important because these things managers because of the motivated to see their company performing better. Managers to get their increments and career development, training things, everything. But workers, employees, they mainly want to see the survival, their wage negotiation, job security. That's it. So mainly you should know who are the stakeholders and what they're mainly looking at the financial statement. Okay, the second one today I'm talking is actually the owners and shareholders, mainly the main part of the organization. Another most important internal stakeholder is owner. Owner means a small business we call owner, no? Sole trader we call sole proprietor. If it's a construction company owner, it's a sole proprietorship. If it's a partner, we call partners. But if it's a private limited company or public listed company or multinational company, we call shareholders. So owners of a small business will obviously are interested in performance and the financial position of the business. For example, a sole trader might look at the profit to see the if targets have been met for the year, especially like in the markets in the farm, chicken farm and everything. And also this statement of financial position and income statement, you can see this sometimes they will put some profit targets and everything every year. This year my profit target is this much. Every company have a target like that. So every year they make their budget like that, budget, master budget. It's called top-down approach. Top management decide what kind of profit margin we should earn this year, and they are trying to achieve. They're making all the other strategies. How can you reach? How can it is Coca-Cola? They're the same. They also in USA they are giving some guidelines. Okay, your sales target should be more than 10% should be increased this year. Then according to the marketing manager's report, production manager adjusts his production plan. So everything goes coming like this. So the budgeting is really important. So owners are deciding always profit targets, and then this goes with the marketing budget and production budget and the financial budget, human resource, personal budget, how many employees that we need to recruit in order to do this like that. There's a mechanism is there, but suddenly kind of surprising factors are there. You can't achieve the profit target. And what is surprising element? The risk element, uncertainty. Who knows? Who expect last year this happened? Who expect this kind of like a Wuhan flu is will be doing this kind of damage for the world? Right? Who knows this? Right? No one predict this. Uncertainty is there, risk is there. So, but every organization they made this kind of challenges. So it's obviously everyone actually we have to face this kind of challenges. in our life, we have to face this thing. So we have to try to survive this thing, right? Not to expand, but to survive. Right. So basically, this mainly you can see shareholders mainly try to look at some ratio, especially ratio analysis for ROC. They are really keen on that. The shareholders investment, how much they actually, how much return they got for the investment, and financial document will also show whether the business has grown. Investors often prefer to invest in the growing companies. Yes, if you get a high ROCE, high net profit margin, high operating profit margin, people like to invest in those companies. Right? It's obvious. Right? Everyone like to invest in good companies. Why you invest in bad company? Okay. Okay. Then finally, we talk about the external shareholders, and then after we can finish the lesson. Listen to this carefully, guys. External stakeholders. There are a lot of external stakeholders, starting from the customer, supplier, bankers, creditors, other competitors, media, government, and so on. List continues like that. There are number of some numerous external stakeholders are there. So we have to find out one by one, these people main objective, why they are looking at. For example, myself and yourselves. Last week we are concerned about the income expense income statement. Why? What is our objective? To academic purpose. So you can see community. Sometimes they are looking at, they don't have any relationship, they don't have any connection, but they are looking at the financial statement for academic purpose, to whatever, to give you some new knowledge, learn something new. So like that. So government want this information to get calculate the profit, calculate the tax income. They want to find out how much the company has to pay. Bankers want to get this information to get to find out that the company is good to give a loan or not. Suppliers also same. Can we continue the order or not? Customers also same. They want to find out whether the business actually have a stable company. Are there any demand decrease right now? These things are have to research about something. So you can see banks need the financial information to decide whether they will lend money or not, and so and so. And also, second para you can see about the suppliers. The suppliers will want to see the credit worthiness of the business, the continuation of orders and everything, right? And finally, you can see the accountants of the public unit companies are published to help inform the shareholders about the progress and performance of the company. And potential investor, this is another stakeholder. Potential investor, I know most of you are going to in future invest in future, right? I know right now some of you already asked me some ideas about investment in the share market and everything in my class. So I know a lot of people will be a potential investor in future. So therefore, this is you are looking at this financial information potential. Some of you ask me, say, what are the good companies to invest in Sri Lanka, like that. So these are making decisions, buy decisions, selling decisions, and everything. So it's really important for them. Okay, so when wrap up the lesson today, I learned teach you mainly what is the main like a financial objective, different stakeholders, and who are the main important stakeholders, actually different main external owners and shareholders and managers and everything. I talk about the case study and everything to and introduce the importance of use of financial documents in organization. So let's meet on the next day, I think Wednesday. I think Friday is a holiday, so Thursday we have a lesson. So let's finish up this lesson in this week, and we'll move on to the revision week in next week. Okay, then thank you very much for today's participation. So have a nice day. Thank you.
Right, thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you.
Sir, isn't Thursday also a holiday?
No.